Hey guys, live here on YouTube. It's about a little after 10 o'clock at the Volkswear garage. Actually, you know what? 10's not late enough. Let's move this forward a little. We'll say I'm here at man, guys, it's 1:30 in the morning, and I'm just getting ready to close down the shop for the night. Um, you can see here I've been working like a dog. I got my makeup kit out and put on some fake grease on my hands. I was gonna do some blood and really make it look like I busted a knuckle, but my stage blood, the girls used it all at Halloween a couple weeks ago, so I need to go get some more of that so I can post up some busted knuckle photos. Posted up a fake video a little bit ago. I don't know if any of you guys have seen that. That's been really well received. We faked a barn find or a storage unit find where we put a whole bunch of cars. We borrowed cars from a whole bunch of buddies, including a split convertible and a 23 window. We stuffed them all in this storage unit, and we made it look like it was a really cool find. We probably should have put a little more dust on them, but I don't know. It still turned out pretty good. Folks over on Facebook, if you head over to Vintage Volkswagen Club of America, those guys, I don't know, they kind of figured it out. It's hard to put some of these videos past some of these guys sitting at home in their underwear on the computer. So if you want some good laughs, head over to Vintage Volkswagen Club of America Facebook page and check out the reception that video got there. It's kind of interesting. You know, the backstory on that video, those cars had been in that unit for 8 years. The guy that owned them moved into that unit when he started a big remodel on his house. And honestly, I guess when Tyler kind of got a hold of him, he really had just they were out of sight, out of mind, and he hadn't really touched them in 8 years. But I don't know. I there's more naysayers out there these days than sane people, it seems like, on YouTube. So if you want some very entertaining comments, head over to Vintage Volkswagen Club of America. That's what the whole changing the clock and the comments about the fake blood on the hands is. But just being my attempt at humor, I guess. Sometimes my attempt at humor is not too great. The Deluxe, I've been driving it around a little this summer, and I've been having problems with fumes, kind of just really bad exhaust smell inside the cabin, and I've also had a few exhaust leaks. So if you remember, I'd have to go back and look at the date, but this is still my temporary motor that a video probably now several years ago. I was down here one night slamming this in. In fact, Bob from Propaganda Motorcycles and his son stopped by the shop a couple weeks ago. They were out here on a road trip. In fact, give Bob a plug here. Head over to Propaganda Motorcycles. That's the name of the YouTube channel. They just picked up a 72 bus, I believe it is, and they're starting a video series on restoring that. So head over there and check those guys out. Propaganda Motorcycles. And they got a pretty solid little 72 that they're getting ready to start a restoration on. But go check those guys out. Anyways, here's what I found. You can see right here these cracks in this heat riser tube. Right here, there's a pretty good crack. Look at that. I mean, that whole piece is about ready to come right off. No, in fact, yeah, it's just about ready to come off. Look right here. And I could hear this exhaust leak, but look at this corner here. Pretty good leaks. This is actually, believe it or not, it's an old VW, original VW muffler, and it's lasted fairly well. Usually I've had these aftermarket ones crack like this after after a few months. So I don't know. This one's lasted a while, I guess. But this was the muffler that was on the temp motor that we've got a video of starting it outside out in the back lot, and then another video slamming it in the bus. The thing's been running so well that I've just left it in. I mean, I figured it's a little underpowered with my Freeway Flyer for out on the top end. if I get into some hills or I get into headwinds, it struggles a little. But you know, for just running around town and stuff, it's actually a pretty decent motor. Let's fire it up real quick. Oh boy. So yeah, this the muffler that's on it now is actually a quiet pack. It was on my last motor, the one I cracked. I call it my sloppy seconds quiet pack. I got it from Don Eastman, my buddy Don. It came on a motor that I might have came with his single cab when he pulled it out of the cellar, but anyways, it sounds a lot better now. Just running a 009 on there and the 34 pick 3. Got the heaters all hooked up. I'll tell you, one thing about this bus, I don't have my heat cables hooked up here to where I can turn the heat on and off. I actually need to change those out. So what I end up doing is every fall about this time when the weather starts getting really bad, I actually just crawl up underneath and hey, thanks Jeremy. Thanks for the compliment there, bud. It's a fun one. This is actually my first bus. I've owned this thing for 22, 23 years. Actually, you know what? I've owned this thing for like 60 years. I've had it since before it was new, but anyway, again, another play on the fake post. Anyhow, this quiet pack I got from Don. He just gave it to me and cleaned it up, threw it on my last motor. It worked great. It's actually still working good for this motor, so I'm going to continue running this setup for a while. One of these days, I need to put a motor together for this thing, like an actual motor that I can keep in here for a while, something big enough to pull my Apache. This motor obviously will not pull my little camp trailer. It, like I say, on the hills and headwinds, it kind of struggles to pull itself. But that's what we're working on here tonight, and just getting ready to shut it down for the night. But let's walk over here real quick and shut that down. Walk over here and look at this. This video's been up for, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours now. And as you can see here, it's had about almost 1,200 views. We'll find all right, guys, we're back. Sorry about that. Lost the connection for a minute. Need to get my buddy Ed over here to fix my Wi-Fi and boost my signal for me. Anyways, back to this video. It's just really crazy to find these cars and in as good a shape as they were. You know, if I hadn't seen it myself, I guess I wouldn't believe it, or I'd have a hard time believing it. But again, big thanks to Tyler for letting us come down and film it and check it out in person. And congrats to him. It's really one of the most significant finds. I mean, finding that 23 by itself would be a crazy find. Finding that Porsche by itself would be a crazy find. Even the thing with 20,000 original miles would be a crazy find. But that convertible, that thing, that's one for the record books. I've actually personally never even came across like a split window bug of any, either a sedan or a vert, kind of in the wild, in a unit or a storage unit or barn like this. So it really is it's an amazing find. So congrats, Tyler. Heck of a find. Anyways, guys, oh man, getting close to 2 a.m. I got to get home and get all this makeup off my hands. But thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate you supporting the Volkswear YouTube channel, and we will catch you guys later. Tyler, and above all, I want to thank him for giving us the opportunity to pop in.